Hello student, today we are seeing Java programming. In that we see constructor in Java programming. Do you know what do you mean constructor? It is a special member function, has no return type. In that function name and class name are similar. Okay, function name is a special member function. Indeed, class name and function name are similar. Okay. Main purpose to create constructor is used to initialize objects. The purpose of constructor is used to initialize object, that is memory allocations is done during constructor. Constructor are called when objects are created with new keyword. Constructor are called when objects are created with new keyword. Now we see a sample program for constructor. A class student, in that we write a constructor program. We see that function name and class name are similar. It had no return type. For example, void, int. Okay. Function name and class name are similar. It had no return types. Void, int, float, any other. In that we give the statements to initialize objects. Now we see types of constructor. There are many types. Now we see just two types. First one is default constructor. Second one is parameterized constructor. Default constructor, class name and function name are similar. We give any, won't give any arguments in the constructor. That is default constructor. We won't give any arguments in the constructor, that is default constructor. The class, whenever create object for this class, the constructor is called implicitly. We don't want to call just like a method, we call explicitly we call methods. Whenever object is created, the constructor is called implicitly. Okay. There are two class variables int a and b. Using constructor, we initialize the class variable a equal to 3, b equal to 4. Okay. Just we print the statement a plus b equal to 7. This one is default constructor. Next we see parameterized constructor. Same class name, function name are similar. In that we give some parameters. Okay, int x, int y. The previous one we give we initialize object in the constructor. Now we pass values through parameters. Now we pass value through parameters. X assign 3 value and y assign number 4 value. This type of constructor is parameterized constructor. Whenever object is created, we add some parameters. Okay, that is this version is parameterized constructor. We can include both parameterized and default constructor in a single program. We may call that constructor overloading also. We may call this version of program constructor overloading. In this program, both default constructor and parameterized constructor we include. Okay, this one is default constructor version. This one is parameterized constructor. This one is parameterized constructor. We create object for the class add object. This version we call the default constructor. This version will call the default constructor, and this version object 2 we call the parameterized constructor. Okay. This type of program is constructor overloading. Okay. Next, overloading methods. Overloading methods. When two or more methods having same name, but they differ by number of parameters or types of parameters. Method overloading means in a single class, and two or more methods having same name, but they differ by number of parameters and type of parameters. Now see an example. We create a class example. We create method void add. A single function, but they differ by their number of parameters and types of parameters. Okay. Single function name void add. Okay, but they differ by number of parameters. In this version we give int a, int b, two parameters. In this version we give three parameters, int a, int b, int c. Okay, in this version method we give two types of parameters. One is integer, another one is float. Okay, three types of same function, but they different by number of parameters and types of parameters. Whenever we call the method, the correct version of the program will call automatically. Whenever we call method, the correct version of the program will call automatically. Object.add, just this version will call the first function, int a and b. Okay, int a and b. Object.add 3, 4, 5. This version will call the second method, int a, int b and int c. Okay. Next, object.add 3, 4.3. This one is float, decimal point. This function will call the third version, int a and float b. Okay. Method overloading implicitly proves the polymorphism concept of Java program. Okay. Polymorphism concept, one interface, multiple methods. Okay. Next we see overriding method. Overriding method. The previous one, overloading method, in a single class, two or more methods. Okay. This one is overriding method. When a subclass method have the same name and type signature as superclass method. Subclass method has same name and type signature, no variation. Same name and type signature and also number of parameters. There is no variation between subclass method and superclass method. Method overloading is one of the way by which Java achieves runtime polymorphism. Java achieves runtime polymorphism. Now see an example. One class super, another class sub. The superclass method we give void display, one method. The subclass method we give the same version of the superclass, void display. Okay. The subclass extend the superclass using the extend keyword. This class is subclass, this class is superclass. The subclass method overrides the superclass method. Okay. Now create objects. Now create object super object dot new super object one dot display. This version will call the superclass method. This thing will be print. The superclass method will print. Next, super object 2. Super object 2 equal to new sub. This object will call the second version display. This version, the subclass method. Okay, overriding method. Once again, I repeat. The subclass method will override the methods of superclass method. Okay. Next one we see the final keyword. The usage of final keyword. There are three ways we use the final keyword. The first one to create constant variable. The second one to prevent inheritance. The third one to prevent method overriding. Just we see that by example. The first one, constant variable or class final demo. Before creating any variable, we just include the keyword final. If you include the keyword final, we cannot change the value of the variables. If you try to change, it will give errors. In this example, final int a equal to 10. If you try to change a equal to 11, we will show an error message. Okay. Next one, to prevent inheritance. Okay. When a class we use the final keyword, this class cannot be extended by another class. This class cannot be extended by another class. If you try to extend, it show an error. Okay. Next version, to stop overriding method. If we include in a superclass method, we include final in any method, we cannot override the superclass method in any subclass. If you try to include the same version of the program, it will show an error. Okay. Thank you.